Try before we die, everybody. The whiskey review show where we don't know what Mal's drinking, but I'll tell you what he's thinking.
And I won't tell you what I'm thinking, but I'm going to tell you what you're thinking.
Do you know what I'm thinking right now?
Press that button.
It's time to press that button. Tonight, out of the 400 plus bottles of whiskey in this bar, we are going to randomly open bottle number 99. And I know what it is. So we'll see everybody over here right behind Malcolm as we pull bottle number 99.
Try before we die with a bearded man and a British guy.
Number 99, and now what we know and we should remember is this is bottle 98. So it's an easy journey to bottle 99. And it's an Arran, it's a 10-year-old. Now Arran, of course, is the Isle of Arran. And so that will be the Islands region. We have this 10-year-old coming in at 46% ABV, which is actually a pretty nice ABV for a 10-year-old. Do we know anything else about Arran? We have quite a few of them up there. I can't recall that we've had one on the show before. I really do like the Islands region whiskeys, of course, Jura being one of the favorites around here. So I'll be excited to see what this one delivers. By the way, Scapa. So we'll see what Arran brings us, this 10-year-old at 46% Islands region. Here we go, back at the bar. Did you hear?
I did.
What is it?
An Arran.
Which one?
I didn't hear the rest of it.
So you didn't really hear.
Not really.
So we got a Arran 10-year-old at 46%. What region?
Islands.
Correct, because Arran is located on the Isle of Arran.
Oh, really?
The only distillery on the Isle of Arran. It's on the northern west coast. I believe to be offshore from roughly in the neighborhood of Oban, which I think is actually pronounced Obin. Let's get it opened. We'll talk a little bit about our guest.
I've got to get you the little holder for those caps.
My,
Little metal thing.
yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
That was an eager pop.
An eager pop.
Slightly exuberant.
What is
It was
an
like-
eager pop?
Let me out! I do love the gurgle. Oh, we got an extended gurgle.
Huh?
Can you do those? All right, the Arran 10-year-old, 46% ABV. We have non-chill filtered, natural color. The Arran 10-year-old is a fresh and vibrant expression of the Arran malt with all the hallmarks of our classic island style. Vanilla and citrus notes dominate to create a smooth and mellow dram. Did you win Piper Ball today?
I did not win Piper Ball today.
Neither.
I hate that game.
We have our friend Larry here. Larry, welcome to Try Before We Die.
Thank you.
How do you know Larry?
Again, our long history together.
Mm-hmm.
This is another one of our bar friends. We met him at Panucci's,
Yeah.
and he was one of the bouncers and one of the bartenders for many
Especially
years.
a Sunday bartender. Do I have that one right?
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. Yeah. That was,
Occasionally I do the door on Sunday night for the Blues.
yeah. Okay. Piper Ball was a Saturday game.
Absolutely.
Very much
Days
so.
blended together for me.
I had people calling me up at whatever time, and the question they would always ask me, do you know what Piper's doing today? So if he was mowing his lawn, they would have such and such time would be available. If he was out and about doing chores, they would have such and such time. Jim DePecco, a good friend of ours,
Yep, Jimmy D.
unfortunately freaking passed away, he had a spreadsheet that had all his times for every Saturday.
So Piper Ball, and correct me if I'm wrong, Larry,
Okay.
was Larry would have a shift that would start, and I'll make it up at 1 o'clock.
6.
6. Okay, his shift would start, but you would bet on what time Larry would actually show up for work. And it would be based on the minute, right? You know,
Yes.
I think it'll be 6:06 or will be 6:13 or 6:01.
We had
right?
shirts made up for it.
Yeah, right. So is that accurate, Larry?
That is accurate, yes.
Right. Now, did you ever participate in setting up a win, work with anybody to be like, I'll get there at 6:05?
I did not, but I would always stop off at Romy's Market to get my Jolt Cola,
Yeah.
and someone would be poking their head around the corner. You'd see them run and scurry into the bar.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're putting their bet in late or...
He's around the corner. Right, Romy's Market was right around the corner for the bar.
But sometimes I would walk slow after I parked my car just to see who I'd upset when I got into the bar.
Yeah, right.
And there was we had a couple big pots, like, so it'd roll over
Yep.
if no one got it. And we had a couple, and I mean, for a Saturday afternoon, early evening, to have like 50, 60 people in there all waiting for this kind of turnout
Yeah.
was unbelievable.
Yeah, when is Larry going to get to work?
Yeah, you broke a lot of hearts.
Yeah.
You made some people some good money as
Yeah,
well.
some people make some good money.
So, Larry, welcome to the show, right? You've been watching us on YouTube?
Yes.
Yep. And are you a Scotchman for a long time or just getting in the game?
So my family has drank Scotch since I've known them, but
Yep.
they were all blended Scotch drinkers.
Yep.
So I grew up with my dad with Dewar's or White Horse or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, and it was always with soda water
Yep.
and the famous grouse,
Yep.
those kinds of things. I started drinking single malts when Mal started gifting them to me at Thanksgiving, because he has Thanksgiving with us every year. It's like
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
I know
And
that.
so every year he would gift me a single malt.
Yep.
And I tasted them. I really liked them a lot better than the blends. And then once I started watching the show, I started going through my bar and I realized I've got a heck of a collection thanks to Mal. And so once I watched your show, I like, okay, let me try that. And I'd try along the same ones that you guys are doing on your show. I'd be able to sit on the couch at home and try. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But so I got into single malts because of Mal.
How'd you get into single malts?
Thanks to you.
You're welcome. So, try before we die. So, you're familiar with the idea. We talk a little bit as we get going, let the whiskeys breathe, and now we're going to talk a little bit about this whiskey. Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we think about this.
What's going to be good about this time around is the fact that I won't receive a text from him. Hey Mal, what do you think this was the reason for this taste? Now he can actually take part.
He's going to
in
do
this.
it. So, let's talk just a little bit about color. We know it's a natural color. We know it's a 10-year-old. We know it's an island. I'll talk a little bit about casking in a minute, but
How is an island different from an Isla?
all right. So
Good question.
there are 6 regions, Larry. We have Campbellton, which is the peninsula, and I won't get this right. Not Kilkerran, but it's a K peninsula, which is Campbellton. There's Isla. There's the Lowlands. There's Speyside. There's the Highlands, and there's the Islands. Those are the 6 regions, okay? Isla is a region, though it is also an island. And on the island of Isla, there are a number of Isla distilleries, like Lefroy, or Ardbeg, or Colilla, and many more, Bunnahaveen. The rest of the islands, which move from that part, which is southwestern Scotland, all the way to the Isle of Orkney, all the way on the top northern coast, which is where Highland Park and Scapa are located, are the islands. Arran is about coming close to the northern western tip, somewhere near Oban, in my mind. And then we'd move further up to the Isle of Orkney. So the islands region are the rest of the islands, not including the island of Isla. Does that make sense?
It does, thank you.
Okay, there it is. All right.
Color.
Color. A midsummer honey. Not a late honey. It's light, but it's starting to develop some color.
I'm seeing a light gold. I'll probably age myself here. Do you remember as a youngster playing with marbles?
Oh,
I do.
yeah.
And you remember the boulders that were pure Either
With
didn't
that
have anything
golden
in
color.
there, just gold color.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah, I agree. Gold, amber. Maybe not to the orange side. Maybe more to the gold side.
Yep, not a dark amber, a
Nope.
light amber.
Yep.
Right, we've moved a little bit past light, and we're into.
Got some color.
Yeah, we're starting to develop some color. Right?
And it sheets down the glass.
Yeah, not individual legs. It does fall right back down. Oh, I had a nice one there, all the way to the lid and down. My bet is that we're in an ex-bourbon cask with these vanilla notes that they're discussing, and this 10-year-old natural color starting to darken up. I bet we're in an ex-bourbon cask. That's my bet.
All right.
All right. Well, let's see what we have on the nose. All right. It's a quick burn on the nose for me.
Yeah, I'm getting alcohol right off the bat.
Right, but we've trapped those flavors, so we'll see what happens on the next inhale. As it breathes a little. It is, it's potent for me. Mal, what are you picking up?
I'm picking up the sort of maybe a vanilla.
Yep.
But it's got this, not quite medicinal, but it's there.
Yep.
I'm getting a little bit of like bite.
I'm getting like a little tingle.
Like it's like cleaning my sinuses out.
Yep, I agree with that. I agree with the clean sinuses. Again, this is still leading me in that direction of a bourbon cask.
Strong vanilla now.
Yeah, it's mellowing out, and some of the flavors are really starting to present themselves.
Yes.
And I'll agree with that. Vanilla is showing up more.
Maybe cookie.
There's something creamy going on here too. It's really rounding off. It's not as sharp anymore now that we're getting a lot more air into it. We're getting something creamy. Almost like if a cream soda was alcohol.
Exactly.
And there's something at the back, the very back, that gives that little bit of, that goes up your nose.
Yeah.
Almost like a wine gum type of feel to it. But
What's a wine gum?
like a,
Is that like a British treat?
it is. But it's like a Swedish fish are like that a little bit.
Okay.
But it's got that little bit of,
Is that like a
Right.
British fish?
yeah, but for Sweden.
We'll go down to the chippy.
Go down to the shippy.
Yeah.
But something right at the back.
Alright.
But pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Once it mellows
really
out.
relaxing.
I'm gonna agree with your cream soda though.
Yeah.
It's like a effervescent cream soda.
Right. Once it's really relaxing now that we've released these vapors and it's now just in the air. And that's the value of the lid, to trap those in so we can get this full experience. Well, why don't we see what it tastes like?
Right?
Larry, we get the bell ring from the bottom. It's churchy.
Cheers.
The Arran 10-year-old, 46% ABV. Here we go. Huh. Some good mid-range burn, but smoother than that initial nosing for me. That initial nosing was very punchy. I've got nice mid-range burn, very creamy in the front, mid-range burn, and a quick finish. What do you got?
I'm going to disagree with you. Well, I felt, I got a little bit like worried for a second there as I took it down. And as I went through the beginning part, it started off nice and smooth.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there was a spike.
Yeah.
And then it rolled back at the back of my tongue. And I got some numbness.
Yeah.
And I got a little heat, but now it's dissipated.
So I don't understand why you disagreed with me, because we just said the same thing.
Did we?
Creamy finish, mid-level burn.
Okay. I guess I
I
did
mean,
agree
creamy
with you.
beginning, mid-level burn, and quick finish.
I guess I did agree with you then.
Yeah.
You didn't make it sound like that. No.
Larry, what are you getting?
I'm getting a burn right on the front,
Okay.
and then the burn mellowed in the middle, and then dissipated totally towards the back.
Yeah.
But then when I swallowed it, I felt it again down here.
All right. See, Larry he reversed our first two steps, agreed with the end, and then brought back up the second stage finish where it shows back up. Yep. How far down is that second finish? Right here at the tracheotomy?
Yes.
Yes. You know what a tracheotomy is?
It's part of the throat.
It's like a dinosaur. Mal loves dinosaurs.
I do.
You never heard of that one, huh?
No.
Yeah.
But
It's a real throaty dinosaur. I need you to pull yourself together.
Flavor-wise,
Yes.
what are you picking out?
All right, I'm going to have another pull now.
Go for it.
I got that creamy, and I liked your word effervescent, right? I got that creamy, effervescent cream soda happening at the beginning. The vanilla is really mild. It's lingering, but it's not wicked present. It's this mellow background experience, and it dissipates pretty quickly, and it ends for me very fast. So I've got this creamy alcohol soda beginning, a little bit of bubbly, vanilla underneath, and it ends quickly. That's what I got.
I agree with the cream soda.
Yeah.
It's got this vanilla-y flavor, that almost wafer, you know, and you get this like feel that it's going to take over, and then all of a sudden it just like sort of mellows itself out. There's that spike, and then at the back, there's something at the back and I can't pick up what it is.
So before we go to Larry, when you say wafer, right, and I know for you, a chip is a crisp and a crisp is a chip or something like that.
Yep.
Is a wafer like that sort of like very airy?
Yes.
Okay, I agree with you. What do you got, Larry?
I'm still getting that cream soda.
Mm-hmm.
The vanilla's throughout.
Yeah.
But I'm getting a little bit of spice on the back, on the outside of my tongue on the back.
Okay, maybe that's what it is, that spice.
Yep. All right, I'm going to check the bottle. See if they're picking up anything. Vanilla, citrus notes, mellow. I mean, we're in agreement here. Is anybody picking up anything citrusy?
See, that's the part. I don't see taste the citrus part of this. Maybe through the smell, maybe you catch a little bit, maybe citrus.
Yep.
But even that, I doubt. Taste-wise, it's that overwhelming vanilla, that creamy flavor that I get. I don't get any of this citrus. It's not there.
All right, well, we'll take a quick try at this, guys. I've got a black truffle cheddar here.
Ooh.
Actually brought by some of the studio audience today. Not everybody knows, but we have one of our biggest studio audiences here today.
We do.
Yeah, we really do. So this is I actually snuck a taste of this earlier. It's a very light flavored cheddar. We've let it set out and sort of warm up in the air. You can feel it in its elasticity right now. It's not firm and hard anymore. It's sort of been room temperatured. It's relaxed. I think it might go okay with this.
Wow. That changes it a lot.
That's a good pairing.
That enhances that. It sort of nullifies the front part because you've got the creamy part. Cheese is
Right,
creamy.
cream and cream.
But I felt that ending is even more powerful. I felt that taste. I felt that little bit more heat. But again, as soon as you got done, it just dissipated.
I have the cheese, the black truffle cheese. I have that flavor lasting the longest right now. What do you got, Larry?
The burn on the front, the initial burn was gone.
Yep.
I got the middle part, and then it got a lot mellower in the back.
Yeah. Do you feel like that cheese absorbed some of that front burn for you?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a nice little magical pairing here we've put together because we didn't know what we were going to get, and that cheese was already on the bar. Right? Sometimes you just have to believe.
Actually, that brings up a good one. That's one of his favorite shows.
Ripley's Believe It or Not?
No. What was your favorite show back in the 90s? 2000s maybe.
Highway to Heaven?
Fox and Mulder.
Oh, X-Files.
Yes. I want to believe. Yes. Who was in Highway to Heaven?
Yeah.
Another show he was in, his first name was Charles.
In Charge?
On a Prairie.
Oh, really? It was freaking Landon?
Yeah.
No. Oh, yes. You're right.
I know.
Oh, is that one of your favorite shows?
Yeah. Every
Sunday?
Sunday.
Right after the Waltons?
Yeah. Good night, John Boy. All right, the Arran, the 10-year-old, an Islands region coming in at 46%. We're sort of agreeing on this cream soda beginning, this vanilla undertone throughout the whole thing, and a pretty quick finish pairing very well with this black truffle cheddar.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yep. Well, shall we see what the crew is setting us up with tonight? You know, it's true. They are correct. I'll say it.
Yeah,
All
go ahead.
right. I never know whether to pity or congratulate somebody on coming to their senses. I like this whiskey. I like this cream soda element to it.
The more I
Right.
keep drinking it, the more I'm into that cream soda.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we just randomly wound up with this black truffle cheddar. But this 46%, the where I experienced that the most was an uncapping the glass when it had that beginning punch. It relaxed pretty quickly in the air. It mellowed out, and at a 46% to end so quickly with all those flavors in the beginning. So, well done.
Yeah, I would say also that 46, just before it ends.
Yep.
Just before it ends, it ramps itself up and then it just disappears.
That's like Larry's double finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you feel like that double finish lasted for you each time you had it?
Yes.
Right. Sort of boom and then boom.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice pour.
Very creamy soda.
I think it's our first Arran.
I can't think of this.
We've got a couple of pretty rare ones up there, so now I'm really looking forward to them.
Different.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Good one.
Cut.